my good people? It is Scene here to bring you some tips and tricks that I've come across in the new dungeons that are going to be in Dragonflight Season 1. Without further ado, let's go! At the very start of the dungeon, you're going to find 5 Dragonflight recruiters. Now what they'll do is they'll give you a secondary stat buff of 5% in either haste, mastery, versatility, or crit. Now the last one will give you a healing received buff of 10%, which could actually prove to be quite handy as you get into the higher keystones. Now I've given you a quick snapshot showing you exactly where they are. Right, now the next tip is just before the bird boss. Now this Guardian Sentry is a mandatory kill. You can't actually jump across without killing him. And what he'll do is he'll make a big circle on the ground. You'll run behind a post. You don't actually need to leave the circle, and you'll line of sight the ability. Right, so just before the second boss, you're going to need to clear the full circle of mobs, or most of them anyway, and you'll notice that there's pillars all the way around the circle, which you can actually use to line of sight all these mobs, because there's a lot of casters there and it can be quite nasty trying to group them. Now we obviously did screw this one up, but what range players will do is they'll step back out once you've grouped everything up again. Right, now on the second boss, you'll notice the molten boulders and they leave the fire on the ground. So what you might want to do is you want to position all your DPS behind the boss as the tank kites the boss around the room, which will make things a lot easier and not leave fire on the ground where you're trying to go. Right, so I've just popped down a location start of the Noku defensive skip. You want to fly to this point on your mount and you want to climb up these rocks. Now the terrain is it's a little bit rugged here, so it might take a few goes and you might accidentally double jump, which will stun you and bring you down to earth. The second time you'll be stunned for a few seconds, but it doesn't hurt you. So you'll want to move across a footpath, so be careful of the mobs that do patrol up and down this footpath. But if you hug the right side of this wall, then you should avoid them completely. There'll be another set of mobs that patrol just where my mouse was going, so you'll just wait for them to patrol back down. You'll come down this hill, come down the footpath, go through the hut, and that'll take you to the final 2 mobs before the boss. Right, so I have tried to emulate this in a dungeon, but I did screw this up a little bit. So what you'll be doing is you'll be killing the mobs through this room, you'll kill the next trash pack, mindful of the whelpling, and once you kill the trash pack, you'll simply run left and drop down into the first boss room. And that should save you about, I don't know, half a minute and a trash pack, and you can start collecting these mobs and getting ready to pull the boss. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope these tips and tricks did help. Look, we'll upload things as we find them throughout Season 1 of Dragonflight, but look, for now, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and let me know what you want to see more of. Peace. Thank you everyone for watching the video. Look, without doing a guide, fuck. What's going on, guys? It's Scene here, and today we're here to take you through some dungeon tips and tricks